Hello, this is Samsai again and welcome back to Neon STRUCT die Augen der Welt. Let's just jump right into where we left off and continue from there. So last time we landed in London, I believe, because Peter Tannhäuser, I believe that's how his name is pronounced. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that's, well, that's at least the way I'm going to go with it. Ordered us to come here to look into some funny business by some some sort of a spying agency. Oh, look at this camera face bent. I'm not going to do a British accent. I'm not going to even try. What's the problem, copper? We weren't making any trouble. Not an officer, I'm just a person with a HUD. Yeah, prove it. There's a surveillance camera above the square. If you're not blue, go shut it down. Okay, what am I going to get from that? It means, besides the fun of it, we wouldn't want to knock over a cam. I mean, I do agree. Let's just go disable a camera. Because this is fairly easy business. Just need to climb up some ladders and go and disable the camera. Oh, frick! Guess it wasn't that easy after all. Whoops. Apparently it's saved here. I'm not sure why, but it did. Guess the game maybe figured out that I was going to fall any second now. That would have been a fairly silly end to my story. Okay, let's go and actually get down from here. I'm gonna jump onto the... Yep, that works. Okay, impressed yet? Yep, the camera is taken out. What, mate? I'm impressed. We're alright for a yank. We're just taking the mickey. We're part of Mr. Tannhäuser's street network in London. He's got us watching out for you. You couldn't have just said so? Oh, he's asking me to scale a wall and commit property damage watching out for me. Oh, you're right, sorry miss. Listen, stay out of the local pub if you don't want trouble. We've seen some of your mates from the agency around there. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Almost forgot, Mr. Tannhäuser asked to give us... Yeah, I give you these. Said they might help you with your mission. Hudson Scrambler, Anti-Light Grenade, and Displacement Orb. Yep. So just commit property damage and everything will be fine. Excuse me, yeah, it seems that the pedestrians don't really care about us too much. This is starting to approach sort of the area of the game that I don't remember all that well. I've played through the game like, I think twice. And then partially played it through about maybe 4 times. And like 2 times at least. Well, I mean, 4 times I've at least been here. Hello there. You look like you could use a boost, so what will it be? Oh, I can get, like, stems. I mean, cloaks are nice, but I cannot... actually, I can afford it in cash. Yeah, I didn't get it from you. I'm going to use a cloak. Because that might actually come in handy. I have this one anti-light grenade and then my scramblers. Those are not going to last that long. So let's watch out for a pub, because we don't want to go there necessarily. There's a geocache right here. I think that is actually the underground. This might actually be the pub then. There's a market there. Let's see if there is actually anything for me in the market. I could use like a... Oh, there's a geocache. I think this is just the other side. So if I come here, that takes me back to the beginning. Yeah. Let's take a look at the market, but I don't think I will be able to really buy anything. I'm sort of still sticking to the not using any credit idea. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do if you're sort of trying to avoid detection and you're sort of trying to stay out of the grid or off the grid. Just don't use any ATMs, don't use credit cards. Ellie? Sorry, I mistook you for someone I used to know. It's nice to see that the strangers are still here. Apparently pedestrians don't want anything to do with me. This is a fairly lame market, I have to say. Good evening. Yeah, good evening to you too. So do you have anything for like $9? Also, I doubt you would actually sell anything to me for dollars, because apparently I can get Mango Lassi. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to pay with cash. Thanks. Nothing right now, nothing interesting. Oh. Sign that. So how about you? Apparently you have nothing to say either. We could take a quick look at the pub, but I'm pretty sure we might run into agents in there. F6 and F9 were the save keys. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to like I'm going to check out the pub. I'm probably going to save before I, you know, go in there, because I imagine one of those guys in there is actually an undercover agent. There's apparently a little bit of cash here though. So hello there. Hey, Gillian Cleary. Sorry, do I know you? No, I've just been reading about you in the news. I'd love to hear your side of the story. Thanks, but I can't really talk right now. I'm trying to keep a low profile. Sure, I understand. See you around, Gillian. And you just have wine and bitter. And apparently also have cash. But yeah, obviously that guy knew me, so that probably means like that security is going to be tighter next time. So yeah, that was like really obvious. Anyway, not going to participate in that nonsense. Going to keep a low profile and just stay out. I imagine, like, so there are instances where this game, if you do the wrong action, for example, if you buy the train ticket in one of the previous levels on your own with like your credit card, you get basically traced, and that means that you will get more security in the next level, and that I imagine it's going to be the same deal with this. But this is a Manver Singh. Hello, you must be Gillian Cleary. Peter told me to expect you. You can help me get into the Neon data center. Will have to find your own way in, but I understand you have some talent in that regard. What I can do for you is provide secure access to the mainframe once you're inside using this keycard. Okay, how did you get your hands on this keycard then? Was one of the software engineers at the data center. We were deceived, told our work would be of benefit to all humanity. When I learned the true nature of the project and the extent of Neon's surveillance and influence, I could not in good conscience continue to work there. In secret, I made a copy of my developer access keycard. It permits access to the full power of the mainframe. And now I give it to you, to use in good faith. Yeah, that's a very good question. Will this incriminate you at all? In theory, developer access is untraceable, but I am not afraid to face the consequences of my actions should it come to that. What else do you know about Neon then? I first learned of Neon while working on their database software. They operated under a false identity, and for many years I suspected nothing. One day I found unredacted references to a nameless echelon of the Order of Nations. I tugged on this thread and the story unraveled. Every rumor you may have heard about Neon is real. They record and analyze every byte of electronic communication. They know you better than you know yourself. Can I use my bit to just hack the mainframe? As you know, the bit provides access to systems according to the user's security clearance. What you may not know is that the bit security bypass protocol was designed in collaboration with Neon. Only an individual with the highest level of clearance in that organization could use a bit to access their databases. Thanks for your help then. Be safe, Julian, we're all counting on you. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's go. Are you? Well, apparently nobody. And you're also a nobody. Let me just quickly check and see if there is actually, yeah, this is a very obvious place for a geocache. Just going to quickly, jumping on the tracks, maybe not the wisest idea. Let's board the tube. Hello, Miss Clary, I trust your meeting with our informant was productive. Yep. Yes, Mr. Singh provided intel and the key card for the mainframe. Good. Get inside, locate the personal records, and access the mainframe. Remove all traces of my name from their database, and I will be able to offer you protection at my offices in Hamburg. While you are in there, find out whatever you can about Neon and the identity of their leader, who we only know as the Eye. Why do we need to purge your records? I have no criminal histories, if that is what you're implying. But I am an outspoken opponent of Neon's methods, and they will use any means necessary to silence me. They will find an errant word I spoke 15 years ago and use it to discredit everything I am. In short, I cannot offer you a safe harbor while my own security remains uncertain. You must identify the Eye so we can expose him and protect ourselves. How about I erase my own stuff too? You're certainly welcome to do so. Of course, it will not magically cease Neon's pursuit of you. But perhaps it would be useful for you to have a clean slate. The choice is yours, Miss Cleary. And what is your interest apart from all the, massive surveillance and everything that is basically really unethical? Neon doesn't merely observe the world, they control it. They choreograph international politics. They censor the news, they keep people entertained and ignorant of the truth. Neon fears me because I am an anomaly in their machine. I will not be silenced. I will enlighten the people. So you're basically some sort of a Neo. We're at war, Miss Cleary, and we must know our enemy. You will identify Neon's leader and I will expose him to the world. And what if I don't want to be part of your war? There will be time enough to discuss the future when you reach Hamburg, but understand, you're now involved in this matter whether you choose it or not. Okay, thanks. Farewell. Well, okay. So this place has pretty tight security, and I think there are like some special security measures at play as well. I mean, they naturally have these things. There's more to this, I believe. Yeah, they also have normal security personnel. Doesn't really matter. I think the sanest way is to head up using the maintenance ladder. There might be other ways to get in, but I do not really know them. I mean, I suppose we could try and check if there is a back entrance that way. But I feel like the sane way is to go up the ladder. It's basically the sort of go-to option that the game is offering us. It's like saying, hey, here's a ladder. It's even like lit a little bit so that... oh, thanks for your Sector 1 access card. Let's save first before we start climbing. Because I'm kinda out in the open. Okay, this is maybe a bit of a problem. Might be able to sneak on this. And you totally cannot see like the horizon being blackened by my existence here at all. Let me see if I can get some... Okay, there's security 1 access, or sector 1 access. There was an entryway there, but I would prefer to enter somewhere a little further away from the security. Okay, there is a parking lot and a camera. I'm not going to hack the cameras, at least not from here. I think I might have to just take the chance and enter through that entryway. That at least takes us inside. The security on the outside is a little bit sloppy. Oh, update manager. Whoa, that's a big update. 40 packages. Amazing. I guess I'll get to downloading that after I'm done, you know, recording this video, but... Okay, can I... You're probably going to turn, aren't you? And once you look away, I might be able to enter. Oh, that's a little bit bright there. Or when you look that way, that also works. Okay, we're inside, and we also have an alarm box. So let's take care of this, and that should disable some of the cameras. Not sure which ones, but maybe, possibly the ones outside. Okay. Yeah, there is more security up here. Oh, well, down here, I suppose. Ah, shit. They saw me. Yep. I'm just gonna load that save. Yep, sitting up there in all of that bright light didn't exactly go well for us. So I think what we need to do is we need to get down as fast as possible. After we have this disabled. Okay, save here in case anything strange happens, and I'll take a little bit damage, but doesn't matter. So I'm not really sure what degree of security access these guys have. This might very well be Sector 1. You know, that would probably say what it is, but I cannot read it from here. I'm going to grab this guy's security access, though, if he just happens to walk this way. Please don't get too close. Yeah, security... or Sector 1. I keep reading security, but it's not Security 1, it's Sector 1. Oh, apparently I made a bit of noise there. I could anti-light grenade. Kinda don't want to do that. I think I should be able to pull this off without using any of my equipment. Okay, let's see where this takes me. So my objectives are find where personal records are stored. This is a very bright area. Not a bright idea. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, this is a bit darker area. This is something that I can appreciate. lots of screens. Let's see if I can actually stay in the darkness. There we go. That's just more Sector 1 access, so I think all of these guys are like lower security people. Oh! Staff notice. As a reminder to all employees, higher security measures have been recently installed in Sector 2 in order to avoid a repeat of last month's tragic security incident. Sector 2 access is currently restricted to the Executive Director. Employees needing to access personal records via the STRUCT must be escorted into Sector 2 by the Executive Director. Thank you for your cooperation. So that probably means that the Executive Director is the guy that has all the access. And I seem to have... Okay, you were just a little bit suspicious, but not all that suspicious. Okay, that's an exit way, possibly. I'm just going to make sure that it is a proper exit by taking down this camera. Okay. That gives me an exit out of this place. There is a box there. But I probably don't need the box. Okay. Let's keep this place in mind, because this is possibly our way out. Because exfiltration is most likely part of this mission as well. Okay, so there's that room, which is guarded. Okay, but so that's Sector 1. We need to go up there. The offices in this place are up there, which means that I need to go up there to get to the Executive Director. Annoyingly enough, there are people all over the place. God damn it. Should have moved back immediately. And this might actually be where I need to go and use my anti-light grenade. I could use the cloak, but the cloak is a little bit fiddly. Well, I mean, once you go back, I might be able to use that as a chance to, you know, get up there and then figure out what I need to do up there. So this isn't exactly a failure, it's just a temporary setback. So can you please, thanks for your Security 1 or Sector 1 access. Okay. Now I'm just going to trail you for a second, so that I can get upstairs. Okay, nobody's guarding this area. That doesn't mean that there isn't someone here. I think there is actually someone behind this door. Or some door, at least. That's a very, very dark office. I like dark rooms. STRUCT information sheet. The sensory terminal to the repository of Unified Communications Technology, STRUCT, is a bespoke terminal and a VR environment commissioned by Redacted. It was designed to solve the problem of a database so large that conventional search strategies failed. It combines three key technologies. First, brainwave analysis converts the user's thoughts into a machine-ready format. Queries are submitted as fast as the user thinks. Next, an expert AI extrapolates from the query, collates related knowledge, and filters by the user's implicit rules. Tests have shown results 99.99% accurate to the desired information. Finally, the result is rendered in a VR environment which the user can explore to discover related information. So that's the way they are actually filtering tons and tons of information. Because that's like the one thing about the sort of NSA surveillance and monitoring that is a fairly big problem, considering like if you have pretty much everyone knows and agrees at this point that there was basically widespread mass surveillance going on. And doing that kind of surveillance kinda doesn't work if you are doing it with everyone. Because you end up with so much information that it just becomes kinda unreadable. That's why there is no point in having that kind of mass surveillance. So in response to STRUCT questions, hey, so I've attached the operating manual for the STRUCT, but it's quite easy. You just plug in, clear your mind, and the STRUCT does the rest. It searches the database and constructs a VR environment of whatever you're looking for. So like, if I used the STRUCT and wondered about the, sexiest woman in Britain, it would build a virtual representation of your mom. Hey! Nick. Yes, don't forget the director has the key to Sector 2. Remember what happened with Ed and the mechs? Attachment sensory terminal manual. Yep, that basically just... That's basically just more of this. That's the executive director. Yep, office of the executive director. Now we just need to figure this stuff out. I could throw an anti-light grenade. There's probably a light switch on the inside. I could also try just this. I'm not 100% sure if this is going to work though. Oh, that's the Sector 2 access already. I'm going to check what else you have in this dark office of yours though. Now it's even darker. Yep, this is just the same note we already had. And thank you for your cooperation. Are you... Please stay in your office. Okay. Just gonna quickly go through here. And I think I'm just going to drop down instead of actually going down the stairs, because the stairs are scary. And that is a fall that I can easily take. Okay, now that we have Sector 2 access, we need to go there. This might actually be a light grenade thing. Unless I want to use the cloak, but... I prefer not to use the cloak. I figured you would be walking by. Hopefully nobody else is looking. Okay, I think we're good. Couldn't we just randomly slap these servers around a little bit? Maybe that would get our desired outcome? Probably not. It would probably also be a little bit, you know, uncertain. Okay.